What's good, Bulls fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. We are your hosts, Sal-Bass, Scott Berman, and Dan Gracie. We hope all our Bulls fans and listeners enjoyed their holiday weekend and got everything they asked for from Santa Claus for Christmas. Guys, how was your holiday?
Pretty good. I ate nothing but cheese because two people came over to my house with a cheese. Well, we had a cheese tray and someone else came over with a cheese tray. So a lot of cheese.
Any fine, aged cheddars or specialty cheeses to note?
We do have a nice aged cheddar, but we had this really good goat cheese and covered in blueberries. That was a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed the memo for the cheese exchange at Scott's house. Dan, how was your holiday?
It was pretty good. My mom decided to switch up Christmas dinner. Instead of turkey, we had prime rib, and then she also made lamb chops, and then she also made crab legs. So we had a feast at my parents' house.
All right. Well, I would have stopped by Scott's house for the cheese and then go to your house for dinner.
There you go. There you go. Gotta come over for dessert, too. She makes homemade hot fudge sundaes.
Oh, how did I miss that?
Yeah. The woman's a saint.
Yes, she is. Oh, welcome back. As I said earlier, we got a good show for you tonight. Tonight we are doing another NBA breakdown. We're going to take a look around the league and see how teams are doing. We're going to break down the teams that are exceeding expectations. We're going to break down some teams that are falling beyond the radar and some teams that are just downright terrible. We're going to take another look at the awards race. Dan's got a couple questions for us, and we got a special surprise to reveal later on in the show, so stick with us. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Guys, the in-season tournament has come and gone since the last time that we were talking about the NBA, with the LA Lakers being crowned the first in-season tournament champions. So guys, what's your opinion on this in-season tournament? How did you guys like it? What could they do better? And what's your guys' overall thoughts? Why don't you guys go right ahead?
I kind of liked it. The games were pretty close. The one thing that kind of sucked was you saw the last game that they were playing. There was a lot of teams that were trying to do the point differential. So like the Celtics were playing us. They're blowing us out by 30, but they needed to score more points. They still had their starters out at the end. So it's kind of sucks because it's like, hey, I know you want to get in this tournament, but also you're blowing us out by 30. Why are you doing this? But I thought it was a cool thing. I liked some of the courts, not the Bulls court. It's terrible. Hate it. It's too red.
Yes.
But I still think it was somewhat rigged that, of course, the Lakers are going to win it. The first one, it's going to be called the LeBron James MVP trophy, or like the trophy is eventually going to be named like the LeBron James trophy or something like that. In the NBA, force them to put up that stupid banner.
It's not a banner. Talk to Shaq about that. It's a flag.
Yeah, they didn't want to do that. But I thought it was good. I'm also all down for Stacey King's idea of, instead of doing the in-season tournament, do a tournament for the lottery, like the number one pick, instead of doing the lottery.
Ooh.
The bad teams do play the bottom 5-6 teams. They're all just as terrible as each other. So why not play a tournament with those teams so they can have a better chance at maybe getting the first pick?
I like that idea. Something along those lines of seeing fighting for a draft pick. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
It definitely takes the luck out of the lottery and puts more skill behind it.
Did you see that the NBA for next season, whoever wins the tourney might be able to get a guaranteed spot into the playoffs?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like you should legitly earn that throughout the season, not just one tournament and then you're set, you're good.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables to that. If you're already a good team and are going to make the playoffs anyway, it kind of doesn't apply to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to win the end-season tournament, then you're probably a playoff team to begin with.
Right. But I could see that going good or bad. I mean, that is cool because it does give teams, besides that $500,000 bonus, it does give them that little extra to fight for. But I guess we'd have to see it implemented before we can judge it. What did you think about the tournament overall, Dan?
I liked it. I did. The games were pretty close. You could tell that teams cared. With Scott, I did not like the Bulls court. I don't think that next year they're going to do the all painted courts. I think it was just for this first time ever kind of thing. I also do think it was a little rigged with the Lakers winning it. I just agree with Scott pretty much on everything, except I really hope that they don't get the guaranteed thing next year for a guaranteed playoff spot. Like, I just think that'd be so dumb.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I thought overall it blew my expectations out of the water. I thought it was going to be kind of dumb, and it actually was quite interesting to watch. I'm with you guys though; those courts got to go. I'll settle just for like a little logo of the in-season tournament somewhere on the court. You know what I mean? Because those were, besides just being obnoxiously bright, those floors were slippery as hell. I mean, we've been talking about it all year round, how, you've seen people slip, you've seen people fall. I think that those are going to go next year. I don't know how I'm sold on the guaranteed playoff spot. I'm not too fond of it, but I mean, I want to see it being tried before I actually have an opinion about it. Yeah. But the Lakers winning it, it's rigged, but I still think it's rigged. I mean, and then the trophy being called the LeBron James trophy. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Well, it's going to happen. Well, that doesn't take away the Lakers played really well.
You're right. Right.
But
for sure,
it's a very NBA thing to have them go to the finals. LeBron James, they're going to name it after him, but that doesn't take away how good the Lakers played in that tournament.
The Lakers have been playing well for the tournament, anyways. They were playing really good. They've struggled since they won it all, but like, I do think that it was a little rigged just because, LeBron James is at that tail end of his career. It's just one more thing to add to his quote unquote legacy. So, it's for sure going to be called the LeBron James trophy next year.
Yeah. Plus, like, who are they playing? They were playing the Pacers, who let's sidebar this. Let's not take away from my team, the Indiana Pacers, making it all the way to the finals. Shout out to an Eastern Conference Central Division finals contender. But yeah, I mean, the LeBron James trophy was just more fitting. I mean, I don't really see them naming that trophy the Tyrese Halliburton trophy or the Miles Turner or no, the Buddy Hield trophy. I'll go for the Buddy Hield trophy.
No, what?
No, it's just too poetic. The NBA is poetic like that, but overall, despite our opinions about it, I think we all agree it was a big success and it can only get better in the future.
Yeah, they're just got to tweak it. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first one. They're for sure going to tweak it, and yeah, it'll get better as time goes on.
Yeah, we'll see who's the lucky recipient of the LeBron James trophy next year.
Going to be Bronny.
Bronny's not going to the league next year.
No. Oh, yeah, no. He did get cleared to play. I really haven't been following him. I heard he had a solid first game.
He is averaging 5 points a game, playing 15 minutes, so he's coming off the bench just so.
Well, yeah.
He's going to be there.
Give him time. Give him time.
Yeah, he's making more money in in college than coming out. So
I'm also assuming that because he had that cardiac arrest that they're not playing him full force right now.
Yeah, he's only playing 16 minutes a game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't foresee them. Oh, you're good? You just almost, you had a cardiac episode?
Died.
Yeah. All right, get out there and play, No, I don't see that.
48 minutes.
No
crying in basketball.
Yeah, there's no crying. Moving on. All right, so back to the NBA regular season. We got some teams that we got a pretty different looking standings than when we first touched on it at the beginning of the season. Guys, Who's your contenders right now? Who's your team that's like, oh, they're for sure going to take it?
Boston.
Yeah.
I said it many, many months ago. Boston is the team to beat. I think Boston's going to win the whole thing. The Bucks, they need to find something to replace Drew still. The Sixers, they've gotten better since, like everyone thought that the post James Harden trade was going to be bad for them. Obviously it wasn't. Maxey stepped up. And then I'm surprised by the Timberwolves. I think that I don't think they're going to go all the way. I think it's going to be Nuggets, Celtics.
So Celtics, they're undefeated at home right now, which was kind of very surprising to me. But they're a top 10 team in field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. They're keeping their personal fouls to a minimum right now. I think they're like second. Tatum is a MVP caliber player. They really have stepped up. Porzingis finally looks like he's comfortable on a team after bouncing around for so long. So I think they are in a good spot. They lost Marcus Smart and picked up
Drew.
Yeah, Drew. And that was huge for them. So they didn't lose a step on defense.
If anything, they got better on defense.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad the Bucks finally got it together. Like at the beginning of the year, they could not figure out the whole Giannis and Dame thing, and they were struggling on defense, but they seem to figure it out. And it does help that Chris Middleton has been healthy this year, which when was the last time Chris Middleton played like the whole season?
I can't remember.
Probably the last time Derrick Rose played a whole season.
Stop.
Yeah. They did replace that scumbag Grayson Allen with Malik Beasley, which they're basically doing the same stats. They just don't have Grayson Allen on it, so you can kind of respect them more.
A little bit.
Yeah. The Sixers, I'm kind of surprised they did not lose a step, losing Harden. Like you said, Maxey has stepped it up. Embiid is proving that he's quite possibly the best player in the world still. He's going to win MVP again this year. He's averaging like 35, 6, and 11. So he's obnoxious. The Timberwolves, I don't think any of us saw that coming.
No.
Somehow the big men are playing together, which good for them. That was one thing we talked about at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Can Cat and Gobert play together?
With Nazi Reed too.
Yeah, exactly. Gobert is like fourth in the league in like rebounds. In first, he's like one of the best defensive players in the league right now. Ant is playing at an all-star level. He showed it during the U.S. On Team USA that he can be that guy, and he's really showing it. Cat's having one of his best years. They're shooting really well, and their defense is really high. The Nuggets, everybody knows the Nuggets. They're defending champs.
Real quick about the Nuggets. Did you guys see what the hell happened today on the Nuggets?
No, I haven't.
So apparently, per the sources, Aaron Gordon got attacked by a dog today.
I don't think it was today.
Oh, it was for Christmas, but he got a laceration to the face. I mean, all jokes aside, that's traumatizing. I'm deathly afraid of other people's dogs, so I can only imagine. Yeah.
That's the question. Is that going to cause them to take a step back? Is other people on the team going to step up?
Well, how many games is he missing?
I'm guessing he was on a shooting hand that got bit, so that's part of it too.
Right.
Did you say he got bit in the face?
Yeah, he got bit in the face.
Yeah, he had 27 stitches. Yeah, 27 stitches. That's a lot for a dog bite.
He's going to come out all masked up, looking like Rip Hamilton.
He's going to be foaming from the mouth. He's got rabies. He's going to run from every Gatorade water cooler.
Did you guys notice, though, they didn't divulge the breed of the dog?
No.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, people are going to say it's like a pit bull or something like that.
Because if it's a pitty, then all the internet community is just going to shit on pit bulls.
Which by the way, I'll be the first one to say this. I'm a firm believer that there's no such thing as a bad dog, bad owners. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Learn how get a dog that you can actually control.
Absolutely. And control it in a manner that is fitting for your environment.
Right. Not when I say control, I don't mean like abuse it.
Right. No, 100%. No Michael Vick.
God.
No Michael Vicking. But yeah, anyway, go on, Scott. Sorry.
Oh, the only other team I was going to say, Thunder. That was my team. I called it at the beginning of the year.
Yes, you did.
SGA is on an MVP pace. Chet is playing out of his mind. I think he's probably 1 or 2 on Rookie of the Year.
He's 1. Right now, he's number 1.
Plus they're gonna. I think they would make a move during the trade deadline just because they have so much draft capital, so they could add another scorer and really take another step. But that team is scary.
I don't know if they would do a trade because I feel like that would mess up all their chemistry that they have as a team.
I mean, they would probably move their picks.
I think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be smart, but I just don't know if they want to mess with that chemistry.
Yeah, they're currently sitting
bench player.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, they're currently sitting 3rd in the West, despite all the controversy that's happening with Josh Giddey right now. I like that it's having no bearings on the team's overall progress. Did you guys hear anything further about that Josh Giddey situation, or is it still kind of in the works?
No.
I think what it happened several years ago. Josh Giddey told him immediately.
Yeah.
And then nothing really happened after.
What I heard was that like he came out as soon as he realized that what happened and that the girl actually entered with a fake ID. So she was underage with a fake ID. And when he found out, then he just like, I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. She has a fake ID. So, yeah, that's all I heard. And I'm sure that didn't falter the Thunder's winning streak or anything like that because they probably know there was a mistake. He's most likely innocent in this scenario. So,
yeah, it definitely didn't hinder their progress. The last 10 games, they're 7-3 right now. So that definitely didn't pay.
They're just killing it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
100%. Guys, got any more contenders, or did you cover it all?
Those are the ones that have popped out. There's some teams that could jump up, but as right now, those are the ones that are really stepping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the obvious ones. I mean, we covered those at the beginning of the year. I mean, pretty much the top half of these standings look almost exactly like how we called it, with the exception of maybe the Timberwolves. I knew they were going to be a solid team. I didn't expect them to be 22-7, sitting atop the Western Conference.
Yeah. This team is I swear to God, it's like someone has taken control of real life 2K and just balling out with the the T-Wolves.
Yeah, Ant's on a mission.
Hey, seriously. It's really, I think it's Cat and Gobert have learned how to play together, and Gobert's defense is just on another level. The whole team's defense is really good. I think that's what's setting them apart from some of the other teams. Yeah.
I mean, we've said it all the time. If a team can learn how to play together as a cohesive unit, doesn't matter who's on that team, they'll be unstoppable.
I don't know. I mean, Detroit, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, I can't wait till we talk about Detroit. I cannot wait. But before we talk to that, we've talked about all the contenders. Do you guys see any teams that are looking to make a run, slide into that contending spot, or some teams that are a couple moves away from being a contender? What do you guys think?
The biggest one, the Clippers. So the Clippers started out awful. I think they were 3-7 when they got Harden. They couldn't figure it out. Since then, they've gone 15-5. They're the hottest team in the league. Paul George continues to be a star. Kawhi is a monster. And I think what really set it up was Harden figured out that he doesn't have to be that guy. He's settled into that, hey, I'm the third option type player, and I'm just going to facilitate people. So that team is going to make a run, and upset someone.
I'm surprised by where the Lakers and Warriors are at in the standings, sitting 9 and 10 in the West.
Yeah, 9 and 10.
I think the Warriors dynasty is done. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
I think it's been done.
Well, like it's been on like, you know how like this, like I hate using them as an example, but the Spurs, you know, when like the Spurs, like you can never really count out the Spurs back in the day with Tim, Manu, and Parker.
Yeah, good comparison.
Like that's what I thought that the Warriors were gonna be like. You know, you don't ever count out Draymond, Steph, and Clay. But I mean, Clay has. I feel like, well, with Draymond.
Well, you could count Draymond out of the game.
Draymond might be out of the league pretty soon
if he's not suspended.
And then I feel like Clay is just taking like a nosedive in like his game. He's not very good, and then Wiggins is now benched because he's not good anymore. I don't know if he got like drink that Jordan Poole Kool-Aid or what, got paid and started acting like a clown or what, but it's just like the Warriors are just really disappointing this year.
Yeah. And did you see that this was like the first time in 268 games that Steph Curry didn't make a three-pointer? He had 260 something consecutive games with at least one three-pointer. He went 0 for 8, I believe, that game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. He's still the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah. Speaking of Steph Curry, at what point, like I heard this, I forgot where I heard this, but what point do we start talking about Steph Curry's the best player ever?
Ever?
He has changed. Well, think about it. Steph Curry has changed the game so much. Like, since he has come in the league, every team has started trying to find that three-point shooter. He is the most ridiculous shooter we have ever seen.
The greatest shooter we've ever seen.
Everybody thought Ray Allen was the greatest shooter of all time, and he has blown Ray Allen's like records away.
Records, yeah.
So maybe not the best ever, but he is the best scorer we've ever seen.
I'll give you that.
Sure.
I'll give you that.
Do you put him in top 10
players of all time?
Yeah, Steph Curry, because think about it.
It's hard because he's a one-dimensional player.
Is he, though?
He's not.
But, okay, here's the thing. Like, my top 10, besides the top 5, would I put Steph Curry up there? I would say no. Top 10 player of all time? I can name 6 people or 10 people right off the bat that are not only better, but are two-dimensional players. Steph Curry, I don't think he's the greatest defender out there.
He's not the greatest defender. I'll give him that.
I mean, I'll definitely put him as...
He plays defense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not like James Hardening the defense or anything, but I don't know. I will say, though, when it comes to scorer, greatest shooter, definitely, by far, not even any competition. But I don't know about greatest of all time.
I wouldn't put him in the GOAT conversation. I can see the argument for it, but I would argue against it. You know?
I wouldn't even put him as the greatest point guard of all time.
Who's the greatest point guard of all time? Iverson? Nash? Isaiah Thomas?
Magic.
Pistol Pete? Magic.
Magic. I didn't
Steve
think
Nash.
Yeah.
J-Kid. Darren Williams. Don't sleep on Darren Williams.
John Lucas III.
Curry's better than Darren Williams.
Definitely sleep on him.
Yeah. Back to teams that could possibly make a run. I don't know what the Knicks are doing, but I think they have a possibility to scare some teams.
I like that. Yep.
Jalen Brunson's obviously going to play himself into an all-star spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I am in 100% agreement with Becky Hammon. Right now, they are not a contender. They could definitely beat someone in the playoffs, upset someone, but they're not a contender. And her exact thing is, when has your best player ever been a small point guard? Other than Curry and Iverson and Derrick Rose. And Derrick Rose wasn't even that small.
I was going to say Derrick Rose wasn't that small.
Yeah, but Curry and Iverson, you can't win. No other team has been like that your best players like that and win. They need another guy. They need another true scorer. They need something.
Well, it's not going to be Zach, and it's not going to be Devontae Murray. Tell you that
maybe.
Right now.
You know who it might be? It might be Devin Booker. It might be KD because both those players want out.
Booker wants out?
Both of them want out of that team.
I didn't see anything about Booker.
Yep.
Oh, this is news.
So those might be two really good players. If the Heat or the Knicks can somehow make a move for KD, that would be massive for the Knicks.
What would they have to give up to get KD? Like, you would have to give star talent in return to get Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. You do, but not necessarily because we could always factor a third team in. We could always use that third team's.
Dude, you and your third team.
Well, let's just face it. That's how things work.
I understand.
Yeah. But I definitely think that in order to get an elite scorer or an elite piece, you're losing Julius Randle.
Oh, for sure. You have to.
Yeah. I mean, let me put it this way. If I am a holder of an elite scorer or something I know that the Knicks have, don't even pick up the phone unless one of the responses is, I'll give you Julius Randle.
Yeah, because other than that, I don't know who they would have to give up.
Like, in the end of the day, they just might be a good, cohesive team playing well, and moving one player may mess up the chemistry. Acquiring one of those players may screw up the chemistry.
It's true. It happened to, Dallas.
With what?
The last 2 years, they were playing pretty well. They tried to get someone at the trade deadline, and their team went to shit.
Well,
the last 2 years.
It also doesn't help that player that they acquired was Kyrie Irving, who I think just goes to a team and just dismantles it every team he goes to. I'm sorry, but every single team that Kyrie Irving is on, there is some sort of controversy that follows him.
I thought Kyrie was getting better.
No, Kyrie's having a way down year.
Is he? Dang,
yeah.
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Damn. Point blank. You shouldn't.
He's taken a major step back in scoring. And the Mavs they don't have another scorer on the team. It's super top heavy with Luka and Kyrie, and then the rest of the team is okay. You have
Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, Hardaway is playing pretty well, but the rest of the team's okay. Lively is going to turn into a really good player, but I think they're still missing a piece. I don't think they're going to make a run.
That sale finally went through.
Speaking of that, nothing in that contract says anything about what Mark Cuban has control over. So I wonder if it was all talk and he might be gone.
He might be. I think he is.
I still think he's going to be like 51% owner.
No, he might be a minority owner.
Yeah.
But he's not the
he's
owner
not
anymore.
The majority. Yeah, that sale went through. It's to some casino in Las Vegas or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you potentially see then a team moving to Las Vegas Mavericks?
When I saw it, I was just like, oh, this would set up a move. Like,
I don't think a team moves. It would be more of, I think an expansion goes to Vegas, if anything.
Tell that to Seattle.
No, I think Vegas gets one before Seattle.
What I'm saying is how Seattle got bought and then they moved to Oklahoma.
See, I'm gonna disagree with you with that though. I think Seattle gets a team before Las Vegas, and here's why: they already have a stadium.
It doesn't matter. Vegas there's too much money in Vegas not to get it. Like they just got a football team, they just got a baseball team. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm just saying that
he's going to prioritize Vegas over Seattle. Sorry, Seattle.
That's my Sonics, man.
I know. Seattle definitely deserves it more, but like money and business wise, you're going to give it to Las Vegas.
Oh, money and business wise, 100%, especially with like baseball, especially with football, all these sports heading over to Las Vegas and having pretty good results after that. I'm just saying, if anything, okay, I'll give you this. If anything, we may introduce a 2 expansion team system, one in Las Vegas, one in Seattle. You might see one team from the West jump over to the East. Maybe it's like a Minnesota or the Grizzlies, who I don't know how Memphis, Tennessee is in the Western Conference, but it could just be to even out, conferences.
Pelicans, things like that. Yeah.
See, I can see the Pelicans being in the West because they are west of the Mississippi River. I mean,
makes sense.
Not saying that that's what they use to divide.
Yeah,
but
say like,
but it is there. But I mean, you're telling me like Memphis, Tennessee is in the West?
No, that's an Eastern team.
So
that's a for sure Eastern team.
So the NBA could, realistically speaking, have 2 expansion teams, and then, like I said, just move one of the Western teams, and then we'll even it out. We'll have 32 teams.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do if they expand.
Oh, they're going to expand.
What would it do to divisions, though? Would it be 8 divisions of 4?
I don't care what they do to the division. Just get rid of them.
Yeah, do the divisions even matter anymore?
That's why I'm asking. That's why I ask, because I've heard speculations of maybe the NBA should go to the wayside with divisions.
I agree.
They should have a while ago.
It doesn't matter anymore. It's not like you just play your team like it used to be, where you play the same teams a lot more. You're playing everybody, so just get rid of the divisions. Who cares?
Yeah. No one will care. No one will even notice. They could do it and not announce it, and no one will even notice.
Right. Because, I mean, like, aside from, like, real tried and true fans, can you name the teams in every division? Every time someone mentions a team, you're like, oh, what division are they in? You know they're in the Eastern Conference. You know they're in the West, but what division are they in? Who knows?
No. I always forget at least one team in our division.
What?
Yeah, I always forget about the Pacers.
What?
Because I don't care about Indiana.
Wait a second.
Wait a
second.
You need to put some respect on Halliburton's name, man.
All right.
I respect Halliburton. I respect Larry Bird. I don't care about that entire state. That state
Jesus.
Reggie Miller is going to fight you.
Come at me, Reggie.
Spike Lee just started following us after
Put
that
you in
statement.
a chokehold.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Dan. Despite your absolute distaste for that team, I am glad you mentioned that, because my personal opinion...
it's not the team. It's just the state. I always forget that state exists.
Well, yeah. I mean, that state is probably one of the worst states to drive through. Sorry, Indiana. I'm very sorry.
I'm not.
But going south through your state is absolute trauma. There, I said it. Do something.
It sucks.
It's just...
Farmland, Indianapolis, farmland.
Yeah.
I rather spend 2 months in Kansas than drive through Indiana. And Kansas sucks. There's nothing in Kansas.
As I was saying before I got agriculturally diverted from my statement there. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because my team, to make a contending push, would be the in-season tournament runner-up, the Indianapolis Pacers, because not only did they make it all the way to the in-season tournament and make it all the way to the finals, that is, they're sitting pretty at 8th in the East right now. I think they're one real move away from making a push and being real contenders. I really do. Tyrese Halliburton is bringing back the point guard that passes. I mean, at least once or twice a game, he has a no-look pass that just leaves our jaws on the floor. Miles Turner is just an absolute monster down low. Buddy Hield is a scoring machine, and they have some very, very good role players. If I was the GM of the Pacers, I would be looking into maybe making a call into their neighbors to the west in Chicago and seeing what I can get Zach LaVine for. I know that really hasn't been in the rumor mill, but that could be a player that's available for cheap. I see your eyebrows, Dan. I see your eyebrows. For cheap, that could help them out.
Bro, they lost to the Wizards.
Yeah, but everyone loses as a technicality sometimes. The Bulls lost to Detroit. One of their 2 losses was to Chicago.
That was the beginning of the season. That's a different scenario.
You're looking at the Pacers the wrong way. They are leading the league in scoring.
Yeah.
But the problem is their defense is dog shit. They're like 29th in the league in opponent scoring.
Yeah.
So that's their problem, is they need defense. Adding Zach LaVine's not going to help them. Adding someone that can play, that can take some of that scoring away, that's what they need. So
they need Caruso.
Yeah.
They're not getting Caruso. They're not getting Caruso.
No one is.
Yeah, they need that type of player. Austin Reeves, maybe, someone like that. But getting Zach LaVine would not help them. If they could cut down how many points the other teams score on them, that's going to be a scary team. Halliburton, he's Steve Nash. Like, that is the best comp for him. Is he is the new Steve Nash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solid comparison. I don't know. I think they're close. I think they're there. I mean, do they make a move? Here's the thing. Trade deadline's coming up in February. I don't want to speak too early, but do you see this team? Do you see the Indiana Pacers making a move?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they're regardless if they make a move or not, I don't have them winning at all. I think they're pretenders.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Pretenders, hold on. What do you mean? Like, do you think that this team is just playing good now?
Yeah, I think they're like they played good in the tourney and everything, and showed the entire country what they got, and it's impressive. It is. I'm not like shitting on them, but I don't think they can take any legit playoff team in a game of 7. Like, I think if anything, they'll be like a second round exit.
Okay. I may be able to get behind that a little bit. Anyone can win games, but I would like to see them in a 7-game series. Okay. I can get behind that. Moving on from the contenders, there's a lot of teams out there that need to make a change because they are just flat out dog crap. There's some teams that we thought were going to be absolutely phenomenal teams that are in the toilet right now. What do you guys got for teams that are just in the garbage chute?
The Phoenix Suns.
Thank you.
It doesn't work. KD and Booker cannot play together. And like I said, one of those two are getting traded, I think. I think this is the year they give up. Again, I think the Knicks should try to make a move for one of those two. Because they're missing that other player.
Well, if their agent is Rich Paul, then it's not going to happen. He hates the Knicks front office. One of them was working for a rival sports agency, and so Rich Paul refuses to work with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I
have no respect for Rich Paul.
Neither do I.
But yeah, the Suns, that team needs some sort of change. Just like Dan's call, the Warriors. Blow that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the two teams that I had too. Dan, who did you have?
Yeah, the Suns. What? Like, I'm pretty sure. Did we all call that this was not going to work? Right?
No, that was Sal's team to make the finals.
Oh, was that?
I thought on
Sal,
paper,
dead ass wrong.
I'll admit I was wrong with that. But that team on paper, are you kidding me? Was looked like it was going to have 3-peats, not just win one championship.
Well, yeah, on paper, the Detroit Pistons look like they can win more than 2 games, but I mean, so far, Ja Morant has more wins than the Detroit Pistons.
I saw that.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see that real quick, not to deviate, did you see that ESPN or someone gave the Grizzlies a 0.3% chance to make the playoffs before Ja Morant got back?
Well, yeah, they're bad.
They're terrible. I can see them going on a run though, like with Ja back.
Their last 10 games, they are, let me see here, I can check. They're 5-5. They won 4 in a row since Ja came back.
What was it? They're averaging like 116 points a game. That's like 10 more than they were averaging when he was out.
Yeah.
So their scoring's way up. The Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs, and
they got their heart and soul back.
Desmond Bane is stepping up.
Desmond Bane has been real good for him lately.
He has the most jacked forearms I've ever seen. That guy's biceps are enormous. My goodness.
That dude's got T-Rex arms.
I know, though. He's built so awkwardly.
Driving me nuts.
But yeah.
Jumping back to the Suns, I'm 100% blaming this on that bitch-ass Grayson Allen. It's his fault why the Suns are struggling, most likely.
Dude, because he dropped 31 the other night.
Nah, he just brings down the morale of every team. I'm just blaming that on him.
Just by being there?
just by
being himself?
Yeah.
Side note, do you guys see, like, do you guys notice that Grayson Allen, I don't know what his genes look like, but that guy looks like he ages 10 years every season. Last year he was like brown hair when he was on the Bucks. This year I assume he's got like gray hair and looks like he's 40.
He looks like that Snapchat filter that makes you look old.
Yeah.
It's like that's just on permanently for him. But I mean, he's been balling out for him. I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah, all jokes aside,
I hate it. I hate him.
Good. Oh,
I hate it, and I hate him.
Same.
But oh God. When I saw that he dropped 31, I was shocked. I didn't believe it. I thought it was a typo from Google.
It's not the first time he's done it. He's done it against us a couple times.
Yeah, see, I expect that because we hate him and he hates us.
Right.
It's like LeBron against the Bulls.
Now, you want to know
exactly.
you want to know another team, okay? Another team that I think is going to make a push. Not so much into contention, but is going to make a trade and become a solid team. You ready for this? And it's not just because I am wearing the greatest of all time Denzel Valentine's jersey right now, which may I add, thank you guys. I've never had a tighter fitting shirt in my adult life. This thing is screaming on me. But the Chicago Bulls. I mean, I know we're going to take a look at the rest of the league for this show, but I do think that our Bulls are one or two good moves away from being, I don't want to say contenders, but definitely strong playoff pushers. I mean, you got to think we are on a pretty good hot streak of winning, all with our major players sitting out. I mean, we all know Levine has been sitting out. We don't know if our winning is a direct correlation of that. But we just lost Torrey Craig for 8 weeks to a foot injury. Vooch just got sidelined last game, causing Drummond to have a monster game. So we're accomplishing all of this with our major players being sidelined or sitting for a game. I do think that Levine trade will happen this year, and I do think the results of that Levine trade could potentially push us into a serious playoff berth, not just a play-in tournament, but a playoff berth. I could see this team making their way into the playoff spot, maybe finishing 6th in the East.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, Zach is for sure going to be traded. It's just a question of for who and what other trades are we going to do? Like, are we going to trade DeRozan? Are we going to trade AC? Are we going to trade Drummond? Like, I hope not. Like, if we trade Debo, then so be it. But I really want to keep AC and Drummond if this is just a retooling. If it's rebuilding, then sure, strip it down to the bolts. I don't care. But yeah, I do think even if we trade Zach for like a water cooler, I think we can finish 6th.
I just want picks.
I just want picks. But we've been doing fine with what we have right now. Like you said, like Zach's out, Torrey Craig's out now, Vooch is now out. Like, okay, no problem. We're making it work. We didn't earlier, but that was when, like, I don't want to say it's Zach's fault, but that's when Zach Levine was playing.
Yeah, that's the kind of the asterisk is we don't know if this is a direct correlation, but it's very coincidental that the team suddenly clicked and turned on when he got sidelined.
We'll know in January because that's when Zach's slated to come back. It's by like early to mid-January.
Yeah, we'll see how he reacts.
Coincidentally, that's when all the contracts open up to be traded.
Yep. All right, moving on from that, what teams do you have that are just bad no matter what they do?
I don't know what the fuck the Wizards are doing. Sorry. Like,
they're moving to Virginia. That's what they're doing.
They are moving to Virginia, but Kuzma has shown that he can be a really good player.
Yeah.
Him and Jordan Poole together, it's just like clown show all day with those two.
It's like the upside down of Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah, it's like they both can play really well, and they both have shown that they can be good players, but they just are idiots together. Like, I don't understand what's going on with that team. They drafted a pretty good rookie, and he's been playing well. Daniel Gafford's been playing well, but it's just something's going on with that team. And I think it's just they're a cursed franchise. Bring back the Bullets name. It was such a good name, and I think, I don't know, they need a whole rebrand or something.
They're not going to bring back the Bullets. In 2023, You're not going to bring back the Bullets.
Yeah. I don't know. But that team, who the hell knows what's going on with that team?
I mean, Jordan Poole, so last game, they're playing right now. But last game when they played the Magic, Jordan Poole did drop 30. So, I mean, there's that. Like,
he's shown that he can play, but it's just he does stupid things. He thinks he's better than he is.
Did you guys see him like fall the other day?
Yeah, he fell in his own sweat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Like, Such an idiot. But I am wondering if like, so there's rumor that Washington doesn't even want Poole in long-term plans and everything. I'm sure that he caught wind of that. And I'm wondering like if he caught wind of that and decided I'm gonna try to not act like I'm the hottest shit since Steph Curry and actually try to play the game and respect the game. And maybe that's why he dropped 30. You know, I don't know. I like to think that there's some sort of hope for Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got to straighten his act, though. Here's my impression
he's just an idiot.
He is, and that's what I'm alluding to. Is I think that for a player to go from, we'll just call them an essentially dominant team in the Warriors to a joke of a team like the Wizards, I mean, that gotta take a toll on your morale. You know what I mean? You start taking the game for granted. You know what I mean? You go from a team that's winning to losing. You know what I mean?
It's like when the Clippers traded Blake to Detroit.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it's like.
Yep.
Speaking of Detroit and bad teams.
Oh, yeah.
The Detroit Pistons have 2 wins and 28 losses, and they're on pace to be, let's just say it, the worst team in NBA history. They lost their, 25th game?
26th.
27th?
27th. They were tied with the Cavs and the 76ers for most losses with 26, but then they lost to the Nets, I think last night or 2 nights ago or something like that?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago? Okay, that was their 27th loss, and now they have the longest losing streak in NBA history.
Yeah.
And they might go down as the worst NBA team in history.
And they play Boston coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be loss 28.
Yeah.
Like, I personally feel bad for Kate Cunningham.
Did you guys see what Wingstop is doing in Detroit?
No, are they just giving out tickets?
No, but you do get a free 5-piece chicken when the Detroit Pistons win. It's like right there on on their poster.
When they win or if they win?
They should change it to when, but they should change it to if, but it's when. And
it should be if, because I don't see them winning anytime soon.
Yeah,
they're gonna win. They're better than they've been playing. I don't know what's going on with the team. I think it's still the veterans just are ruining this team. Like, they're not letting the young players actually go out there and play. Killian Hayes is terrible. He should never be a starter.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. By the way, the last win from Detroit was they beat the Bulls by 16, the 3rd game of the year.
That was their last game that they won?
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
How embarrassing is that?
Oh my God.
So the only win that they've had, one of only 2 wins that they've had have come against us.
Yes, they win. They started the season 2-1.
and it's snowballed ever since.
Well, something needs to go down in Detroit. I don't know if they need to sell the team. I don't know if the owners need to step down. I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know if it's the roster. I'm sure it's all of it. All of it. It's sad because it's Detroit.
How often do you think that phone rings looking for their number 1 trade pick? How often do you think their phone is ringing in the GM's office looking for their draft pick this year, as terrible as they are?
Why would they ever trade their draft pick? If anything, people are probably calling for, what can we get for Cade? What can we get for Jaden Ivey?
Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duran, he is absolutely killing it.
Isaiah Stewart.
They have some good players. Bogdanovich, Asir Thompson, they have some pretty decent players, so they should not be losing these games like they are. It's players, they've made too many dumb trades. Why are they James Wiseman, Alec Burke, Bagley? They're garbage.
They trade for Wiseman when they already had 3 other centers. Their trades don't make any sense. Nothing about this team makes sense. And then they go out and show that nothing makes sense.
Yeah. I want them to win.
On paper, they look solid. But when they're out there on the court, it's just hot hot garbage. Like dumpster fire hot.
We happen to have lost to that damn dumpster fire, Dan.
Well, we were also a dumpster fire.
Okay. Hold on. It's not only that we lost, we got absolutely obliterated by that dumpster fire.
I can't deny that because it's true. But I mean, we were also a dumpster fire when that was going down.
Speaking of other dumpster fire teams, the Spurs. That I don't know what Pop is doing, but just watching
I think they're tanking.
Oh, I think they absolutely are.
They're losing on purpose.
Just watching that game is Stacey King called it out several times during that game against us. Victor is wide open down low, or he's posted up against someone that is a foot shorter than him, and they just do not pass the ball to him. I've seen several videos of him just like driving to the lane and just jumping and trying to do an alley, like for an alley-oop that doesn't come. And it's like, why are you not playing through one of the tallest players in the league that's just going to dominate? Like
a generational talent.
Yeah. Are these like, what is happening?
No, they're losing on purpose. They have to be. Like, Pop's smarter than that. He knows what he's doing.
Is he, or is he just old and just doesn't care anymore?
No.
I wouldn't say not care. I think somebody is passionate.
If Pop didn't care, then he would step down.
Yeah. I think somebody as passionate about basketball as Greg Popovich is. He would not just be there just to be there. He would step down.
He knows what the organization wants, and he's giving it to him. He's a good coach.
Yeah. Did you guys see Kobe White, though, hit that layup? I know we're not talking about the Bulls, but did you see Kobe White hit that layup over Wemby?
Oh, yeah. You got to chuck that.
Well,
you got to chuck that thing high.
Well, Dan, you couldn't have seen it because it happened during your wedding. So,
okay. Well, there you go.
You would have gotten in some serious trouble if you would have said yes.
Yeah, Sal was watching the game during your wedding.
Okay, yeah, I had it on.
I kept asking him for the score.
I had it on. I wasn't watching it. I had it on. And yes, I did make frequent peeks to it, but I wasn't watching it.
That's fine. I don't care. You just paid for your plate of food.
Okay, hold on. All right. Moving on.
$150.
Moving on to the award races. Guys, who do you guys got for MVP this year? Scott?
Embiid's going to win it again. He's averaging like 35 points a game. It's like 35, 11, and 6. Like, he's a monster. He had like a 12-game streak of 30-plus points and 10-plus rebounds. He's on another level again this year. And I think because Harden's not on that team, it's letting him, the ball flows through him more. So
he's on a tear.
Yeah, they have him at number 1 right now on the rankings for MVP. So I'm not going to disagree with that.
Who do you got, Dan?
I was gonna say the Joker just because he's the Joker. He's insane. He's what? He's averaging 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. I mean, that's kind of a step back for the Joker since he's been averaging triple doubles. But he's just a sight to behold. And it should be Joel, like Scott says. The only reason why I disagree is because I don't like Joel Embiid. I don't like his style of play. I feel like he plays so reckless. The man is just a flying bulldozer when he's running to the hoop.
I feel like his demeanor has improved though. Like there for a while, Embiid was getting a reputation of being kind of, we'll just call it an asshole. And I feel like he tightened that up and he's playing a little bit more, I don't want to say humble, but he just
gets, with a head full of steam, he gets so reckless because his body's so heavy and I don't think he can fully control his own weight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid point. I'm with you guys. Those are both tremendous athletes. I'm still going to say that my MVP is going to be Jason Tatum. Simply for the fact that the Celtics are sitting atop the Eastern Conference and the entire NBA right now with, I don't think, any signs of slowing down. I think that they're on course to win an NBA title right now. And I think they're riding on the coattails of a Jason Tatum who can and will win his first ever MVP this year. Facts.
Maybe finals MVP.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I would say Shea is above him.
Yeah.
Like, Shea's leading a really good Thunder team.
Okay. And I
may make it far, but...
And I'm not taking away from Shea. But check this out. If you take the term MVP, like who's most valuable to their team, okay?
That's not how it is. That's not how the award is. Come on, you know that.
I know that. But look, if you want to break it down to how true it is, you take Shea away from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, they're not third. They're not even close. But if you take Jason Tatum away from the Celtics, are they still 23-6, number one in the East, number one in the NBA, clear favorites to win an NBA title?
I mean,
I could see that.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing.
Maybe just because they got Jaylen Brown and they got Kristaps and they got Drew.
Sure.
So I'm just maybe they might still be.
But will that team be an NBA championship contender favorite, we'll say, without Jason Tatum? No. But if you look at it like this, Oklahoma City, in my opinion, is not really a clear favorite to win an NBA title coming out of the West. I still think that they would not be a playoff team, obviously, without Shea, but they're not number one in the NBA.
So you think it should go to whoever's number one in the NBA?
Not necessarily, but I'm just saying, okay, if you have a three-headed monster, so the years that LeBron James won MVP when he was on the Heat, it's like the anomaly to the statement, because I think that team was not ran by one particular player. And using that same guideline, I think that if you take any one of those players off of the Heat, they still would have been good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dare I say equally as good.
Yeah.
But
okay,
if you take Jason Tatum, let's just face it, Jaylen Brown is good. Kristaps Porzingis is good. But not either of those two are equally as good as Jason Tatum. It's clear Jason Tatum's the best player on that team by far.
Oh, for sure.
I think if you take Jaylen Brown off of that team and replace him with another player at his position, that team is still really good. I still think that they are one or two in the East.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do think you can take Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, replace him with another player, and they will be a playoff team. Not that he's not playing out of this world, but I just don't think he's playing to a level of a Jason Tatum.
Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Say Ja Morant keeps what he's doing. Does he make a bid for MVP? Just because how much that team, say they start winning, like playing like they did last year.
Yeah.
Does Ja have a chance to win MVP then? Because it'll be a complete turnaround then.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
1,000%.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, where are they right now? They're 13th right now. If Ja can get them, I'll say top 5, then just give it to him.
Yeah, because
give him the award, because he would 100% deserve that.
That would actually carry out the true definition of an MVP, because you see that before the guy was even there, that record was in the toilet. So if you take that man and take that team all the way into the playoffs, absolutely, single-handedly, absolutely, without Steven Adams, oh yeah. I would give it to him. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
What about Roy? Who do you guys got for Rookie of the Year? I think our answers are going to surprise the listeners. Who do you got?
I don't think so. I got Wemby.
You still got Wemby?
Not a chance.
I think it's either gonna. Okay, I constantly toss between Wemby or Chet, because it's going to be one of those two. It's just who's better that week.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Scott, do you think Chet?
Well, again, it's the same thing we said at the beginning of the year. Who can stay healthy? The Spurs don't play through Victor. If the Spurs actually decided to use him like he should be used, he should win it.
I mean, he's still averaging 19 points a game.
I know, but he should be averaging like 25,
for sure.
28. He's open so often down low. He should be up there. But I think Chet is going to win it just because the team knows how to use him correctly. And just look how much better the team is this year compared to last year, and he's playing. So I think Chet's going to win it. But again, are they both going to stay healthy? That's the question.
Yeah.
I'm with Scott. Not that I don't think that Wemby is a tremendous athlete. I just feel like Chet Holmgren is a way better contributor to his team than Wemby. It's the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Wemby show down in Oklahoma City. I mean, the guy's averaging like 3 blocks a game? Chet. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me backtrack. Chet. And I think they're going to play themselves deep into the playoffs with Chet. I don't see the Spurs even coming close to a playoff. They got 4 wins.
Oh God, no.
So in my opinion,
they're tanking.
I know that playoff stats shouldn't matter in award races, but you got to award the man for getting them to the playoffs and being that star power. So I think that Chet Holmgren has this in the bag.
Okay. Well, I mean, we all agree that it's up to it's a 2-man show for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. I don't think...
if they stay healthy.
If they stay healthy.
Yeah.
If they do not, well, we'll say either of them miss a decent amount of time. The Pirate from Miami Heat is going to win it.
The Pirate.
Jamie Jaquez.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Jackass?
if it's not those two, then it's
freaking Jackass. Tell him he'll be a Rookie of the Year when he doesn't get dunked on by Patrick Williams.
Dude, he does all the little things for Miami. Like, he showed that because he's a 4-year guy from UCLA, right?
I believe,
did all 4 years?
I think so.
Yeah, he showed that all 4 years matter. Like, you don't always have to be a 1-year hop on out, go in the NBA.
Yeah. And if all else fails, you can still look like the Captain Morgan Pirate.
Yeah.
I mean, it works in Miami, man.
It does. It does work there.
It does. The team is good. Dan?
Yes.
You got a couple questions for us, don't you, big guy?
I do.
Oh, we're excited.
All right. So, because the Christmas games have just passed and everything, I was looking at the most total points on Christmas Day list. And who do you guys think has the most points on most total points on Christmas Day?
Like team or player?
Player.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's LeBron James. Do you know how many total points LeBron James has scored?
He's probably around like 400.
Yeah.
Or 500.
460.
460. Well, how many does it say how many Christmas Day games has he played, should I ask?
17. So, yeah. So he's missed 4 Christmas games?
3, yeah.
Or something like that, 3?
Yeah.
All right. So my next question is most points in a single Christmas Day game. Who do you think has the most points in a single Christmas Day game?
Kobe Bryant, 51.
No.
Oh, wait, no. Jason Tatum.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the matchup. It was New York versus New Jersey.
Was this Melo?
It was not Melo.
Brian Scalabrine?
No, I'll give you the year, 1984.
1984, Julius Erving.
No.
Who was it?
I gotta look up.
Do you give up?
Hold on, I want to look at the Knicks roster that year.
Okay.
Bernard King.
Yeah.
It was Bernard King.
Oh, 62.
Yeah.
No,
good for him.
Yeah, 62.
Really?
No, it's 60.
Oh, 60.
It was just 60. You're one basket too many.
Jeez. Bernard King. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my little questions. Because Christmas was right around the corner before we started recording this. So I was just looking up some random basketball Christmas Day stuff. That was interesting.
Well, while you mentioned Christmas and gift giving and all that nature. As I'm sitting here rocking my extremely tight and too small Denzel Valentine jersey.
Tight as in really, really, really cool, right?
Yeah.
The fans voted for you to get that. So
yeah.
Thanks everybody.
Tight as
give
in
the people what they want.
I got to give the people what they want. That's right. As I'm sitting here rocking such a slick jersey, my co-host pitched in and they got me a signed picture of a random player. I'm holding it in the envelope right now.
I totally forgot about this.
You forgot about this? Okay.
Yeah.
So right before we get into our game, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to reveal what NBA player that I'm going to have signed and hanging up behind me. You guys can't see it, but hanging up in my office for everyone to see. And he used to play for the Bulls.
I never said that.
Oh, jeez, Louise. If this is a freaking Richard Hamilton.
No,
it's not.
Even better. It's better.
It's so much better.
All right. Just got it out of the envelope. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the proud owner of a Joey Crawford referee signed picture. These things exist?
Yeah, you talk about Crawford all the time. I thought that was a
yeah.
So for you guys listening, I am currently holding a picture of Joey Crawford, signed, the referee Joey Crawford, pointing a finger at Tim Duncan.
Probably throwing him out of a game.
Yeah, probably throwing him out of the game for laughing. Oh, this is great. I do have the exact frame for this picture, too. I'm going to have this proudly displayed. And hopefully if I ever meet Tim Duncan, I can get him to sign the other side. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you guys very much.
I knew you would approve of that.
I do. Oh, I do. Oh. And a Merry Christmas to all.
It's so hilarious.
I love this thing.
It is.
When I found that, I sent it to Dan and he just died laughing.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
I feel like Joey Crawford's just signing it like somebody's going to have to take it. Somebody bought my picture. I sold my picture. Guys, I am absolutely in love and obsessed with the game that we are going to be playing right now because it is a long time coming. You guys ready to play the mascot game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like between our Discord and our talks, we have alluded to diving a little deeper into the mascots around the league. But I'm going to ask you guys a series of 5 questions, all of which are pertaining to NBA mascots around the league. I'll either ask you what their name is or what animal or object that team's mascot is. So if you guys are ready, Scott, let's see if you can take one back from Dan. Dan, he started out pretty slow, but he mounted a pretty good comeback, and he's got the lead. I think he's sitting at 3-2-1.
I think that's what it is.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Can somebody tell me what the mascot to the Los Angeles Clippers is?
It's a pelican.
No, it's
it's not.
Condor.
It's a condor.
Condor. Yeah. Yep. Who said it first?
I'll give it to Scott.
All right. One Scott. That's right. His name is Chuck the Condor. He actually looks pretty cool. Okay. What is the name of the Sacramento Kings mascot?
God, I know it's a lion.
That's right.
That's about it. Lionel?
Yeah.
No.
Lionel the lion?
No.
Is it the
Roar?
Beam?
Is it who?
The
Roar.
Beam.
Nope.
They have a new
The
mascot.
Beam.
It's the light.
Nope. So you guys give
Is
up.
it Royal?
Nope. Those are all good guesses, though. So the mascot to the Sacramento Kings is a lion, and his name is Slamson.
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 Oh, Slamson.
It's a decent name.
Yeah.
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 Clever.
Clever indeed. Okay. Can somebody tell me what the mascot to the Phoenix Suns name is?
It's a gorilla.
The gorilla.
But,
Isn't it Champ?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what their mascot's name is.
I didn't know
Chuck.
he had a name.
It's just Charles Barkley.
It's just Charles Barkley and a gorilla.
Yeah.
He just makes his courtly appearances. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm here to win the game. His name is Go. Go the gorilla.
Oh, gorilla?
He is a gorilla.
Dumb.
Okay. Yeah, it's dumb. This is why they suck this year.
This is the real reason why KD wants out.
Okay. This is a good one. I didn't even know this. What is the only team in the NBA whose mascot isn't a stereotypical, like, stuffed animal looking mascot?
Celtics.
Yeah. Okay. What is it?
They have like a person. They have like a little.
Yeah, it's a leprechaun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. The Boston Celtics have Lucky the Leprechaun. All right. 1-1. Okay. Was that question? What are we on? Question 4?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the Orlando Magic's mascot?
Puff?
What?
Wuff?
I think it is Puff.
Is it Puff?
You guys are close.
Wuff, Luff, Duff?
No.
No, it's not Duff. Wuff? Luff?
Yeah, just keep naming all
Puff?
the uffs. You'll get there eventually.
I know it's something UFF. Stuff.
Oh, stuff. You had it.
Stuff.
That's right. The Stuff the Magic Dragon. 2-2. All right, for the tiebreaker. This will be good. I need the names. What are the mascots of the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh, they got Champ the Maverick.
And for the win,
they have that like super fan thing.
The inflatable one?
What's his name?
No, he's not inflatable. It's a suit. I don't know. Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban is the answer.
I don't know.
Mark Cuban just suits up and does random dunks at halftime.
Is it Super or something? I have no idea what this guy's name is.
It's the most generic name for a Mavericks person. The Mavs man. So Champ the Stallion or Champ the Maverick and Mavs man. That's right. Oh, Damn it, Dan. Taking another one.
Yeah.
Oh, did I win that?
You did.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool.
Why is the Pacers mascot like
a cat?
A panther?
Boomer?
Why?
Yeah.
Hold on. Because
why is it a panther?
Because they're fast.
Shouldn't it be? I know it shouldn't be like a NASCAR driver or something. Because I mean, you hear the meow when
it's just
like,
Dale Earnhardt. It's just a guy in a Dale Earnhardt suit.
Number 3, number 1.
Yeah. It's like supposed to be fast, like a quick cat. I mean, I don't know. I didn't invent it. Yeah. All right. Dan taking another victory. Dadgum. Hell yeah.
Sorry. I didn't even know. Sorry, Scott.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, winning.
Well, Bulls fans, that's going to end another episode of the Horns Over Hoops podcast. From all of us here, we'd like to say thank you for listening. Hit that alert button so that you can get up to date with all our new episodes. We've been posting more frequently with some cool content. Slide over to our Instagram page where you can find a link to our socials, our Twitter, our Discord, and a bunch of whole other fun stuff there. Big shout out goes to Emily Swan once again for creating this incredible logo here. You can look her up at Emily Swan on your socials. She did an excellent job on this logo. Merch and everything to follow. Another big shout out to the See Red UK crew who has been and absolutely helping us out tremendously on our Twitter page. Thank you guys for your support. Great cast. Slide over to their page, check their cast out. We hope you have a safe and happy holiday. And despite this being the NBA edition to our podcast, we'd like you to see red and go Bulls. Good night, everybody.